Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And yes, it's a Sunday and I was not going to do readings today. We have guests here, we're going out in a bit, but there's stories that just are asking to be read on, and I'm feeling the energy, and so I'm reading quickly before we go out on a beautiful Sunday. And this story, the second story that I'm reading on today, is about Michelle Obama and the rumor that allegedly she was the one that blocked Meghan's political aspirations. Of course, Dianne Feinstein passing away, that Senate seat becoming vacant, Meghan hopeful of being appointed as temporary caretaker for the next, I think it's about 13 months, and she wasn't. It was shut down almost immediately. Someone else, a much more compelling candidate, was appointed in her stead. And now the story comes out that it was actually Michelle Obama that blocked Meghan's political aspirations. And it's interesting for me as a tarot reader because I read on the story at the time and I picked up a Capricorn energy. The devil popped up in the reading as a potential obstacle to Meghan Markle's political aspirations. And lo and behold, we get the story. So it has confirmed what I saw in that reading. So it's interesting for me as a reader when things like that happen. It's always nice to know that there is confirmation like that. But I want to have a quick look at this story from just a little 5-card reading and just have a look and see how Michelle Obama really feels about Meghan Markle as a political candidate. Did she intervene and at some level and say, hell no, this cannot possibly happen? How Meghan feels about it, because in the article she was incensed and couldn't believe it, and they were supposed to be such good friends that they haven't been seen together for many years. They weren't invited to President Obama's 60th birthday party. They haven't had any contact at all since then. The Obamas have been absolutely quiet when it comes to supporting the Parkles, and so interesting and outcome for Meghan in terms of her connections with senior Democrats. And I am using the new Palladini Tarot for this one. It's quite a stately, regal kind of, regal's the wrong word, but stately. I think stately is a better word for this reading. So new Palladini Tarot 5-card reading. We're going to look at it and see how Michelle Obama feels about Meghan. Did she intervene, stop her candidacy, her rumoured candidacy? It was always denied swiftly, but there was a lot of energy around it, a lot of speculation swirling around. There were websites even, very interestingly, and how Meghan feels about it and what impact this is going to have on her access to connections with senior Democrats. So that's what we're reading on now. Little 5-card reading. Got to juice these cards up a bit. They're still not quite hopping. I do like them to hop. And see what the story is. Perhaps that's why Meghan needed a holiday on a paradise island to lick her wounds, as I have just read on, and still not hopping. Come on, you need to hop for me. We're going to do one more shuffle, one more chance to get the right cards there. There we go. Sunday, day of rest. Let's see. Let's remind you, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. I'm going to do that. It is all speculation, all my opinion, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. Of course, just energy that we read here. And let's see what's going on. Oh, wow. Here's the betrayal that article was speaking about. 3 of Swords in reverse. Absolutely. Heartache, devastation. Can't believe that this happened. So there is some substance to the story for those who dismissed it and said never. 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords in reverse. The ultimate betrayal could be, I do think that Meghan at some level really thought that Michelle Obama was on her side, was rooting for her, saw her almost as a successor. Not really. There was that awkward moment in London, I think, when she was on her book tour for her first book, and Meghan insisted on going backstage and meeting with her, and it was a big security drama, and there was a plane about to take off, and all kinds of disasters did not go down well. Then was it the Vogue magazine cover where she claimed that she'd had lunch with Michelle Obama, and then it turned out that it was a Zoom call or something like that, and not at all the way it was portrayed. But Three of Swords in reverse, this is devastating. This is heartache, betrayal, can't believe the level of hurt, have to go away, pack my Panama hat and that giant tote bag, and off we go, has been, we have to go now situation. What are we dealing with? We're dealing with the Knight of Pentacles, the slow but steady energy. This was her political crusade. It was meant to be a slow but steady progress towards glory. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is about. It's marginally has-been's energy, but he's not really in there. This was a campaigning. This was a slow but steady progress towards the goal. Was meant to be, but then was of course thwarted very quickly. The rumours were out 1 second and they were squashed the next. Gavin Newsom was very quick to act to silence those rumours, suppress those rumours. So let's see how Michelle Obama views Meghan Markle as a political candidate, just generally. Seven of Cups in reverse. She's had her eyes opened to the truth of Meghan Markle, and there is no possibility of this happening. Seven of Cups upright is opportunities, possibilities, being a bit deluded, very Neptunian energy. It's daydreaming. It's all things are possible. And if she ever thought that it was possible, it was something that could be contemplated now, with the card in reverse, absolutely not. She sees through her, according to the energy of the card that I am reading. She is no longer deluded. She is no longer perhaps even deceived by her as a person and what she brings and what she represents. She sees through it. She sees that there is absolutely no possibility of this ever happening. Did she intervene literally and whisper a quiet word and say no? The World could be with that card, because the World is something that's very final. It's an ending of a cycle. It's major arcana. It's the last of the major arcana. You've been through this journey from the Fool through all 22 cards of the major arcana. Now you've arrived at the end. It's very public. It's very fixed sign. This is locked in, and the outcome is locked in. This is the way it's going to end. It's a successful completion. Normally people say that about the World when it's upright, but it's, as I say, it's the outcome that's locked in. This is the way it has to be. We've had the Seven of Cups in reverse, and this is now a very, very final ending, and one that is known, one that is publicized, noised abroad, because we all heard it. We all knew in that moment when that other far more qualified candidate was announced. We knew that was it for Meghan Markle and her political aspirations. It was over. So it does look as if she had some impact. She had some say in this decision with that card. It's a very, very powerful card, the World card. How does Meghan feel? Because the article was all about how upset she is, and we've already got the Three of Swords in this reading as the underlying energy. How does she feel? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's an outcast kind of energy. Nine of Pentacles is a successful single woman. She doesn't need anyone. She's on the way to wealth and splendor and riches and luxury. An independent candidate, and I don't mean independent in the sense that she's not aligned with a political party. I mean that she's a woman in her own right, standing for election. Not that she would have stood for election in this case, but there she is, strong, powerful, seen as very independent, forthright, self-made woman, and she's in reverse. It's humiliating at some level. She feels weakened by this. She feels exposed. She feels very alone. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is a very lonely card. It's got a sense of abandonment. We've already got this betrayal here in her energy, the Three of Swords. And now we're getting, I'm abandoned, I'm bereft, I'm left alone, I'm not loved, I don't have a place in the hierarchy. Nobody wants me. It's that kind of energy, the Nine of Pentacles. And also, I'm not going to get my hands on that lovely loot that would have been available to me. I know the salaries themselves aren't that wonderful, but the contacts, the networking opportunities are, for sure. And that was all closed down. It was shut down pretty quickly. Outcome for Meghan and her political aspirations, her connections with senior Democrats. What's this going to do to all of that? Oh, wow. Ten of Cups in reverse is as painful as the Three of Swords. Ten of Cups is family, and she felt that she belonged in that particular family. Ten of Cups, and they have shut her out. They've closed her down. They've said, no, you don't belong here. You're out. And she's devastated. This is I can't express the level of disappointment and hurt that is coming from this Ten of Cups in reverse with this Three of Swords sitting under it. That she doesn't know where she belongs. She's been shut out from something that she thought she was loved and adored. They would all open doors for her and anoint her, basically. It was a shoo-in, and it's not. And now what? There is a big now what feeling with this. The world, that door has closed. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse. It's appalling energy. It's devastated energy. It's hopeless. It's lost kind of energy. She really was banking on this, I think. She thought she could swan around in LA for a few years and then ooze her way into power, slide into power. And that would be her future and her destiny. And now what? The dream is over. Ten of Cups in reverse. It's absolutely over. No more illusions. Seven of Cups in reverse. A big name in the background said no. And everyone else listened. And it's done. It's finished. And off to the islands to lick her wounds. Devastating. Anyway, that's your reading, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.